Welcome back to the deep dive. Today we're diving headfirst into something really quite revolutionary. It's a fundamental change in how brands, products, well, even ideas get discovered online. For decades, the playbook for online visibility seemed pretty straightforward, didn't it? You knew the rules.
You did, yeah.
But what if that whole method is profoundly changing right now, and maybe faster than most of us realize? Okay, let's try and unpack this.
It really is striking how quickly this landscape of, digital discovery is transforming. It's quite something.
Yeah.
We're definitely moving past a world that was just dominated by those traditional blue links on a search page.
Yeah.
Now, it's much more about these sophisticated AI assistants making direct, often quite personalized recommendations. And for any brand, really any business, understanding this shift and adapting to it, it's absolutely paramount. It's not just a little evolution.
Yeah.
It feels like a completely new frontier, redefining what visibility even means.
Exactly, and that's precisely what we're here to explore today, this really critical concept, generative engine optimization, or GEO for short.
GEO, yeah.
Yeah.
The new acronym to know.
We're going to break down what it is, why it's suddenly so essential for anyone hoping to be found online, and importantly, how companies are already adapting. And we're drawing on some really fascinating insights today from leading voices in AI and retail. We've got posts from Sheesh S. at Microsoft, Hina Purohit, also at Microsoft AI Startups, Samanyu Garg, who's the CEO of Writesonic, and Writesonic's own site, too.
Good sources, really cutting-edge stuff.
Okay, so let's get into GEO. What does it actually mean? Because for over 20 years, SEO, search engine optimization, that was the undisputed champion, right?
Absolutely, the backbone of digital growth for so long.
Brands poured resources into optimizing for Google, for Bing, competing for those top spots on the page.
It was all about keywords, backlinks, complex algorithms, making sure your website showed up high on that list.
Yeah, entire industries rose and fell based on how well they played that SEO game.
And that history is so crucial for understanding why this current disruption is happening. Because, if we connect this to the bigger picture, it means consumers are increasingly starting their searches, their shopping journeys inside these large language model tools. Think ChatGPT, Gemini, Copilot, Claude, Perplexity.
Right. Not starting on Google necessarily?
Exactly. This is what people are calling conversational commerce. User queries are more natural, like talking to someone. And that often leads directly to product or service recommendations from the AI itself, not just a list of websites to sift through. And that fundamentally alters how companies get discovered, how products grow. The old SEO playbook is just, it's becoming far less effective in this new chat-driven world.
That's a really crucial distinction. So if optimizing for PageRank isn't the ultimate goal anymore, what is? You mentioned GEO is about optimizing for something different. Reference rate?
That's it, reference rate.
How does that work? Is this where that idea of being LLM visible to the language model is the new shelf space? Does that come into play here?
Absolutely. You've hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
Think about it. How often is your brand or your expertise or maybe your specific product actually cited, mentioned, or recommended in the answers these AI assistants generate?
Okay.
That's your reference rate. And if an AI assistant can't find you, or maybe it finds you but doesn't trust your info enough to confidently reference you,
then you're invisible.
You simply won't be seen by this rapidly growing group of consumers who start their journey with AI. So, in essence, for brands, being LLM visible is the new shelf space.
Wow.
It's not about showing up on page 1 of Google search results anymore. It's about being the trusted source that the AI actually points to.
That's a huge shift in perspective. Okay, to make this really concrete for everyone listening, what kind of queries are we talking about? How are people actually using these LLMs when they're looking for something? Give us some examples.
Sure. So users aren't just typing like moisturizer, dry skin. They're asking full questions.
More natural language.
Exactly. Like, what's the best moisturizer for sensitive dry skin? Or maybe, where can I buy a durable cordless drill nearby that's good for home projects?
Right, much more specific.
And they expect a direct, kind of authoritative answer, not just that list of 10 blue links they have to click through and figure out themselves.
Yeah, less work for them.
Precisely. So brands now need to be the direct answer to these conversational, often quite nuanced questions, not just one option among many on a results page.
And if you're not mentioned in the AI-generated answer,
you effectively don't exist in that specific interaction. You missed the boat.
Okay, so with this profound shift in how customers are finding things, the obvious next question for brands, for retailers is, what does the new playbook look like? How do you actually do this? How do you prepare for this AI first world?
Right. Well, the strategies for optimizing for this generative search, they're quite specific, and they really force companies to um, rethink their whole approach to content and maybe even their marketing tools.
Okay.
First, and this is critical, brands need to build answer-ready content.
Answer-ready content, what does that mean exactly?
It means content that is, well, concise, factual, ideally well-cited, and structured in a way that these large language models can easily understand it. They need to be able to ingest it, process it, and then confidently reference it.
So clarity, verifiable facts.
Exactly. Credibility for the AI is key.
That really reframes how you have to think about content creation, doesn't it? It's not just getting info out there, it's making sure it's in a format the AI can understand and, crucially, trust enough to recommend.
Precisely.
What are some pitfalls here? Like, what mistakes might brands make trying to adapt to their old stuff?
Well, a big one's just dumping, loads of old, unstructured blog posts or website copy
Yeah.
and expecting the AI to magically figure it out.
Yeah, that probably doesn't work well.
It rarely does.
Yeah.
Another is maybe not having internal agreement on what the right answer even is to common customer questions. You need that consistency.
Oh, okay.
Once you have this answer-ready content, the next step is you have to measure reference rates. This is totally different from traditional SEO metrics like click-through rates, CTRs.
Great. New metric.
Brands now need tools to track how often they are actually cited across all these different AI engines. ChatGPT, Perplexity, Claude, those AI overviews in Google Search, many
That
others.
sounds complicated.
It is. Samu Garg from Writesonic mentioned they're tracking visibility, mentions, like citations, across, I think he said, over 10 AI platforms now.
Wow.
And he said the variance is wild, meaning you might show up well in one AI but be invisible in another. It requires totally new analytics.
Okay, so a whole new analytics challenge just to even see if you are visible. What else is in this GEO playbook? How do you actively improve?
Another really important strategy is to create Q&A knowledge objects. Think comprehensive FAQs, detailed buying guides, step-by-step how-to articles.
Stuff that directly answers questions.
Exactly. And crucially, this content needs to include verifiable sources and, ideally, freshness metadata,
Yeah.
like when it was last updated. This helps the LLMs trust the information and use it accurately when they generate answers.
Instead of just guessing or hallucinating.
Right. You're giving them reliable building blocks.
So it's like you're making it as easy as possible for the AI to learn from your content and then cite you confidently. Almost like
Great analogy. Precisely.
Okay.
And finally, this all points to a renewed, maybe even amplified, emphasis on inbound content marketing.
Okay, but different from before.
Yeah, it's not just about blog posts to drive traffic or, gated white papers anymore. It's about creating high-trust, highly structured content that LLMs can genuinely cite as a reliable source. As our sources really emphasize, if your expertise isn't captured in your own content, AI won't know you exist. It's that simple.
So your inbound content literally becomes the training data for the AI.
You got it. You are proactively teaching the AI who the expert is in your particular field.
That's a really powerful way to frame it. Inbound content as AI training data. And the agency here, it feels palpable. Writesonic themselves put it so bluntly. The brand's AI recommends will win Q4 clocks ticking.
Yeah, pretty stark.
And they add, every day you wait is another day they capture your customers. This isn't some, 5-year plan thing. This is happening right now.
Absolutely. The shift is underway.
Okay, to really bring this home, let's look at a real-world example. Writesonic, the company we've mentioned whose CEO gave us some insights, they're actually building tools specifically for this to help brands navigate GEO. They're focused on helping companies generate that high-quality, answer-ready content at scale and basically get ready for this conversational commerce future.
And their credibility here is definitely boosted by their partnership with Microsoft. They're part of the Microsoft for Startups Pegasus program, which really signals Microsoft sees them as, essential players in this space.
Yeah.
Hinu Purohit from Microsoft specifically praised companies like Writesonic for building the tools brands need to thrive now.
Okay, so let's talk about one of their specific success stories. Restaurant Supply Store. This online retailer, they had a massive content problem.
I read about this one.
They needed to create something like 300,000 to 400,000 product descriptions and blog posts. Just a huge volume.
Wow, that's enormous.
And their existing tools were slow, inefficient, and their team, just 4 or 5 writers, they were completely swamped, struggling to produce engaging, SEO-optimized content at that scale.
Yeah, a classic bottleneck. Having the strategy but lacking the tools to execute it efficiently. Jesse Chang from the store mentioned they tried other tools, but Writesonic came out on top after comparing.
So what did they do? They essentially went all in on Writesonic's AI. They used the AI article writer for blogs and descriptions, integrated the API for really massive scale generation.
Heavy lifting.
Yeah, deployed custom tools tailored for their niche, and used the SEO features to boost visibility.
And the results they reported were pretty remarkable, weren't they?
Yeah, staggering actually. A 10x increase in content output. They generated 15 million words using the API.
15 million.
With the same size team, that just speaks volumes about the efficiency game, right?
Absolutely. That's efficiency unlocked right there. I bet that team was relieved.
Must have been. And it led to better content quality, improved SEO, huge time and cost savings. Jesse Chang apparently said, Writesonic made their article creation 10x better than before.
That's a strong endorsement.
Incredible. 15 million words, same team size. That is a genuine game changer. And it's not just about churning out words, right? Writesonic has other tools directly aimed at this GEO challenge.
Right. Looking at their site, they offer things like AI visibility tracking, so you can see where you rank on these AI platforms in real time.
Okay, that tackles the measurement problem.
Exactly. And an AI visibility action center that helps turn those insights, those gaps you find, into actual fixes. Plus an AI search volume explorer monitoring, I think it's 120 million chat queries to see what people are actually asking the AIs.
Wow, understanding the demand side.
And they still have the more traditional SEO tools too, like the AI article writer and an SEO agent.
Yeah.
It's a comprehensive suite.
Yeah, it sounds like it. And that comprehensive approach, it really ties back to Saman Ugarg's point that, what was it, 89% of B2B buyers are using AI for research now?
That's the stat.
Yet most brands don't even know if they're showing up in those AI answers.
And he found that when companies actively fix those citation gaps, places where AI mentions a competitor but not them, they see measurable visibility lifts, sometimes in just weeks.
That's a direct impact. Fix the gap, get seen more.
Undeniable impact on being LLM visible. And it makes me think of that concise quote from Michelle Fisher at Microsoft.
Which one?
AI is the new UI, user interface.
Simple but powerful.
Yeah, it perfectly captures this fundamental shift in how users are interacting with information and discovering things online.
So wrapping this up then, generative engine optimization, GEO, it's clearly not just another marketing buzzword or a passing tactic.
No, definitely not.
It feels like a truly fundamental shift in how brands need to establish their presence, demonstrate their expertise, really, in this emerging AI-first world.
It's about being proactive, creating structured, trustworthy content designed not just for old-school web crawlers, but specifically for these AI models.
Yeah, ensuring your brand is the trusted source they rely on for those accurate, contextual answers.
And this whole new ecosystem, it demands not just new content strategies, but also, I think, a critical look at how information itself is structured, consumed, and how we determine trust online.
That's a big point.
As these AI agents get more common, more sophisticated, the entire information landscape is going to keep evolving, moving towards what Michael N. called an hashtag ecosystem of hashtag AI agents. It's dynamic and, frankly, incredibly interesting to watch unfold.
Absolutely. The rules of discovery have fundamentally changed. The shelf space has definitely moved. So maybe the final thought for you, our listener, is, as AI becomes an increasingly primary filter for the information you get, how will you distinguish between what's merely present in an AI answer and what's truly authoritative and trustworthy?
Good question to ponder.
Something to think about until our next deep dive.